Hello and welcome back to Fangirl Sunday. My name is Marie.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we will tell you a few things about video call events that nobody talks about.
So first of all, I think we should start with telling you what a video call is in case you're unfamiliar with it. So basically, those are events where fans get to talk to their idols, and it's based on buying albums.
So basically, you buy albums, and if you win, you get to talk to them, usually on Kakao Talk or Line, for 2 or 3 minutes. It's based on how many albums you buy and also luck. We both already had a few video call events.
So we wanted to talk about some things that no one talks about. I don't know, we've heard a few things from people, and I feel like as soon as you're into the world of video calls, you will find out a lot about it that you didn't know before.
Yes.
One thing that I've heard a lot and that I've also noticed is that it's easier to win when you're Korean, if you have a Korean address, or if you're just Korean instead of being an international fan. You can see it in the winner lists that it's mostly Korean fans winning it. It also depends on the store. I heard that some companies favor the winners if they have Korean addresses.
And also allegedly, we don't know if that's true, but that some stores favor people who have won before and who ordered there before.
Yeah, they have the separate winner lists. And it makes sense, to be honest, because they want to make money, and if they know that they will always come back as a customer, and they're like, oh, you have more chances if you buy more from us, so people will continue to buy there. And other ones who don't know about it will still try.
Yeah.
But the ones who order a lot will always come back.
Yeah. It's smart. And it works because I stick to the same store now, so... There are people who will lie about how many albums they bought to take away the chances from other people. So I have a quick story. So back in 2020, there was a girl and she was a huge fan of Mino, so she won a video call with him. And I texted her oh my god, it's so cool. I was genuinely happy for her because it seemed like she was a huge fan. And I asked her how many albums did you buy? And she said I don't feel comfortable sharing that. And then I found another girl and she won for Changbin, I think. And I asked her how many albums did you buy? And she was so actually this other girl made a group chat with all the girls who won that she knew of and told all of them to not tell anyone how many albums they bought to take away the chances from other people.
That's so mean. I don't get it.
Especially if you already won. Nobody can take that away from you. So why not help other people?
Yeah, I feel like those people, they want to try again and again and again, and they feel as soon as they expose it, people will know it and they will have to, I don't know, do something different.
And it's also never guaranteed. Just because you tell me you bought 20 doesn't mean that I will win with 20 or whatever. It's just a little help so you can get an idea.
Also with buying albums, a certain amount, it never guarantees you that you win an event. I once won an event with 17 albums and then I lost with 35.
Yeah.
So there's no guarantee, and you also have a story with Stray Kids.
Yeah, so I think the least I bought and won was for Blitzers, I think it was 15. And for Stray Kids I bought 111 and I didn't win. So that should tell you that no matter how many albums you buy, there is no guarantee. There's
also a difference with the time limits with the video calls that I noticed. Especially for the boys' comeback this time. They said that the video call will be 3 minutes. And then I saw for the first event that someone only had 2 minutes, and Jungmin came on and was oh yeah, the time is less than before. So, the limit is always different. There are video calls that are less time and some that are more time. They said 3 minutes and then it's 2 minutes.
They didn't do a separate statement saying that it was less, even though it was always 3 minutes everywhere. Yeah. So that's kind of rude.
So the fan only found out while talking to China.
And only because he told her. That's so sad. The next one I have is, it is your responsibility to be on time and figure out the schedule, because for some stores they will tell you okay, at this time is the test call at this time. They will send you like a message saying the event starts now. But for K-Town for You, they sent me an email and I had to add like the Kakao Talk account. I sent them my name. They didn't respond anything. That was like 2 weeks before the event. And then the next thing was that they called me 2 weeks later. So I never got like a message saying the event starts, nothing. I only knew at this time is the in-person event and the video call is afterwards. But I had no like time schedule. I had no idea. So I just had to like figure it out by myself and be ready all the time because I never knew when they will call.
And you're like so anxious. You're just like waiting. What if I miss it? You're like, I don't even want to go to the bathroom right now because what if they call?
So like it's not every store. Sometimes they say like the event starts now. You will be like called in the next 30 minutes or something. But not for K-Town for You. So just keep that in mind and be ready. Because I also know people who like miss their calls because they forgot. So like make sure with like the time differences that you know when they will call. I also
heard about that was for Japanese video calls and they are like usually very short. They're like 1 minute only, I think, to remember. But I saw that some people just didn't get called. Just didn't call them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
New fear unlocked.
Exactly.
Make sure to practice screen recording before.
That was my next point as well.
Sorry. Because I didn't the first time and I don't have a screen recording.
Also, screen recordings, that's what I said. They're like a workout.
Yeah.
When we had our video calls after we gotten to know each other, we just tried with each other. Like we called each other and tried it out like that because like you never know. It's like you have to start recording at a certain time, and if you miss like the time slot, you don't know if it fails. And you also need a second device because they don't like record your voice, so you will have to cut everything together. When I talked to Kevin for the first time and you were there, I'm so glad that you were there because like I remember I started a screen record, we started talking, and then after like half a minute I just went to my laptop being like record like the voice thingy, but thankfully you were recording. Otherwise I wouldn't have like voice. I mean it's my memory anyways, but like, you know, I'm forgetful.
Nice, so
I don't even know what I said back then.
So practice beforehand. If you're trying to get into a video call for a smaller group and you decide to buy way more albums than you can afford because you can sell them anyways, don't. You can't. Because like there are so many people who then like sell their albums like cheaper and nobody will buy them from you.
Not even for free sometimes.
Yeah. Especially for smaller groups. It's really hard. This is kind of like just my personal opinion, not really like a fact. But I wrote down, if you're applying for a member just because it's easier to win for them, or you apply for someone and have no idea what to talk to them about, and then complain like, why did I do that? I'm so scared. Just don't do it.
That was my last point as well.
Just don't apply. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it seems like disrespectful. There are so many people who want to talk to that specific person and maybe can't afford it, or like have no group order join us, or I don't know what. And you're just applying because it's easier.
Why? Also, like, this is coming from two people who stand like the unpopular ones, which I don't get, to be honest, but like, people will always go for our biases, but they don't appreciate them at all. They just want to have your name interactions, whatever. They just want to win, like, they just...
For the sake of winning.
Exactly.
Honestly.
They don't want to say anything, and it was just recently someone who won a fan call, and they talked to, like, a member, and then right afterwards they posted, like, something, oh, those are, like, my 5 top olds. He wasn't even mentioned. And it's just, like, so unfortunate. Like, why would you apply if you don't have anything to say?
Yeah.
If you just apply because it's easier, it's just so disrespectful for the artist and for the fans who would love to say something. And
then you just, like, either applying just to win, or, like, people who win and then they're, like, complaining, like, I have nothing to say. Why did I even apply? I'm so scared. Why did I do that? And then other people are reading it who would love to say just one thing to them. I don't know. It's just like disrespectful to the artist and also like annoying for the other fans. The last one is just 90% of video calls aren't perfect. There probably will be awkward moments, issues understanding each other, etc. and people are just not posting those parts. If you have like awkward silence or awkward moments where they can't hear you or you can't understand what they are saying, like, just keep in mind, video calls usually aren't perfect. People just post the nice parts.
Yeah, and some people even edit it that way that it looks like something different than it is.
Not name dropping, but like...
Anyways, those were our 2 cents on video calls. I think there are other things that people might not know about or which are just like our strong opinions on them.
Yeah.
But this is just everything we could just think of right now, so...
Yeah. So if you have any other questions or you want to hear our opinion on certain things, let us know and we will do another video about video call events.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And see you soon.
Bye.
Please only apply to a video call if you want to talk to the member.
And not just to have them bark or something. Bye!